guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So today I am here to set up my September sinking funds with you guys. If you have not already checked out the video where I went over setting up my September budget and my weekly check-in, definitely go check that out because we will be going over sinking funds today, and I actually need to kind of see the setup. Okay, do I normally put... Okay, I normally put all of that stuff over here. So let's go ahead and do that. The planner that I'm using is an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. I will have it linked down below if you want to pick one up. It seriously helps my channel a ton when you guys use the links that I provide, whether it be for Erin Condren or things from Amazon. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Okay, let me see. This one's kind of giving me trouble. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I personally love using thick and thin washi to decorate the top and just kind of pull the theme all together. But things will be a little different now with the 2024 planner, so I'm super excited to get into kind of setting that up and coming up with stickers for it. I know you guys have been really excited to see what I'm coming up with for that. So it is something that I'm gonna be working on probably closer to when I'm putting out the like 2024 stickers. But yeah, I'm excited to share all of that with you guys. So I have my sinking funds, and I just realized this is very far over. Cannot do that. And I mentioned this in my budget video, but my stickers are removable, so it comes in really handy when you do something like that, where you put it down completely crooked, or if you accidentally forget like one of your categories and need to add a new one. So for sinking funds, we have quite a bit of sinking funds. I've mentioned this in so many other videos, but I just wanted to say again, you do not need to start here with sinking funds. You do not need a whole list. These are just items that I've noticed over time that we end up spending from, and I personally would rather have my budget as even as possible, meaning like I just put the same amount away every single month, and then when something happens and when I need to spend money, the money is just there. For me, that's better than having huge ups and downs in my budget, and like let's say one month I have to buy a ton of clothes for the girls, and that month we spent a ton of money, and so our budget looks like we have a ton of expenses. Whereas if we just did it the way that I'm doing it now with sinking funds, we put $100 away, and if I have to spend $600 on clothes and shoes and all the stuff, I don't think that ever happens, but let's say it does, it doesn't seem like such a big jump because my budget stays the same. The only thing that will change is the balance of my sinking funds. And I know a lot of people use sinking funds as a they use it as a like savings. For me, I personally look at it as, okay, this is money set aside, just like all the other money that I have in my budget, and it's meant to be spent. I'm not putting it away, hoping to save for something special. Like this is all money that I know will eventually be spent, and so I'm giving myself permission to spend this. I don't know, I just feel like it helps with the mentality of it because I don't feel the hurt every time I spend money out of sinking funds when I think of it like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it because I know that's why you guys are here. So the first category I have is activities. This is for the girls. My two daughters are 7.5 and 3.5, and they are involved in gymnastics, cheer, and now piano. And I think Macy's going to be doing tumbling when cheerleading ends. I don't know how much I've talked about this, but Macy has fallen in love with cheer. It has been so fun seeing her like find the thing that she likes, because we did try so many different activities, and if you've been around for a long time, you know that. So I'm super excited that she is into cheer. It's been going great. She did it during the summertime. Now we're getting into like games and things, and it's just so fun. So activities. Then we have beauty. So this is for myself. This is mostly for like face wash and foundation. I'm not too crazy with like a skincare routine or anything. I've used the same stuff since high school, and it's just a little bit more pricey, so I like to put money aside for that. Then we have car insurance. We pay our car insurance, and honestly all of the insurance that we have, either on a annual basis or on like a semi-annual basis, twice a year. So we like to like put together a sinking fund for it so that instead of having to spend $1,000 on car insurance, we spend $200 per month and it doesn't feel like it's so much. Car insurance, then we have car maintenance. So this is for oil changes, tires, all of that stuff. We have car tags, and this is for like our registration every year. I should mention with car stuff, car insurance, car maintenance, car tags, that includes the 2 cars that Jason and I have. I have a Prius C, Jason has a RAV4, and then we also have a motorcycle, a Harley. I think it's like a 2013 Harley. I don't know the version of it, but it's a really big bike. And then we have a moped, which is mine. And honestly, Jason uses it probably just as much as I do, which is just fun, like around town. So we have 4 different cars that are included with those 3 items. 3 vehicles, I should say. Next we have is Christmas and gifts. So like the title says, it's for Christmas. It's also for any other holiday and any other birthday or celebration, anything like that. So we've been using this fund quite a bit because Macy and Mila have been invited to a ridiculous amount of birthdays, which I love. I've kind of come to find out that I'm just going to make it easy on myself, and every kid that we're invited to a party to, they're getting a card and a gift card. My kids personally love having like a stash of gift cards so that when they like are like, oh, I want to go to Target and get a toy, they have something there. So that's kind of my thought process. I think with some of Macy's friends, I may do like Claire's gift cards because they're a little bit older. They like makeup and accessories. But yeah, we've been buying a whole lot of gift cards lately for kids, and I love it. I love that we have the money set aside so that we can do that. Next is going to be clothes for all of us. So clothes, and I actually have this out of order. So I have myself first, then I have Jason, and then I have the girls. Then we have our Costco membership. It's only $60 every year, but I just like to put money aside for it. Then we have diapers. Mila is potty trained, but she still wears a diaper at night. And most of the time she doesn't really need it, but it's just kind of like a safety guard because I don't want to have to wash her bed every single day. Next we have entertainment and vacation. This is a combo of just fun activities and also anytime we go on a trip. So there's a lot of money that goes in and out of this account. Next we have family pictures. So pretty soon I will need to set up our annual family pictures. It also includes like anytime the girls have any type of photos available. So Macy just had cheer photos, so we use some of the money there for that. Mila when she has preschool photos, Macy when she has, you know, 2nd grade photos, that type of stuff. Then we have home maintenance. So this is for like if we ever needed like new filters, or if something major happened, let's say we needed like a new hot water heater or something, we would use this money first and then use like the savings that I mentioned, I think earlier in this video, maybe it was in the last video. We would use that next. It's in no way going to cover everything. I'm super aware of that because we're not putting much in, but it does come in handy when there's like little things like you need new furnace filters, or when our like refrigerator needs a new water filter, things like that. It's just nice having money aside for that. I'm gonna put medical in, although we do have an HSA now and all of our medical bills have been covered using that, all of our medical and dental, which has been super nice. So that is that. And then we have subscriptions. I think we have our Amazon Prime in here. We also had my gym membership in here as well. I think I might have made a note somewhere, but subscriptions. Then we have tolls. So in Illinois, we have something called an iPass. So both of our cars have like a little transmitter thing, and we have to pay about $20 per month for tolls. Next we have is trash. This is for our like trash pickup. And then we have water. The reason why trash and water are included in sinking funds instead of in my monthly budget is because these two bills are actually not monthly bills. These are either bi-monthly or every 3 months. So instead of, again, having huge dips in my budget, I decided to just put away either a half or a third for each one. And then when it comes due, we have the money set aside and there's no like huge $100 bill coming out. Again, it's not super necessary. If you don't mind having your budget like fluctuate, then it really doesn't matter. $100 is not going to like make or break a budget in most cases, but I personally I like to set money aside, especially because it's not like it's gonna be a surprise. You know that bill is coming. I know exactly how much it's going to be, or a rough estimate, and so I just like to set it aside. So let's start with our beginning balance. So for activities, we currently have $155.38. Let me move this a little bit closer to me so I get it right. So we have $155.38. We are going to add in $100 for activities. And we do have to pay like a fundraising fee for Macy for cheer, which is $200. So I'm gonna have to do that very soon, and that's gonna wipe out a lot of that money. We had to pay like a fee at the beginning of the year, and now we're also going to have to pay, like this extra fee. And they have raffle tickets that you can sell to other people, but I think I'm just gonna make it easy on myself and just do it this way. Next is gonna be beauty. So the beginning balance for that is $44.64, and I add in $50 every month for that. Car insurance, we are negative $210.53. Our car insurance has been going up so much, and I'm sure this is the case with everybody, but it's so sad to see because I feel like for a very long time, our car insurance every year without a ticket or without an accident, it was going down, down, down. And now it's just like, I remember it was the highest it ever was at one point, and it's getting very close to that, and it's super sad, especially because we have removed as much of the we've removed as much as we could from the insurance. For example, my car is older. It's like a 2013 car. And so we took the collision off of it because at this point, honestly, like we could probably save the money on the collision and just buy a new car. It's not worth very much. But even with that, our car insurance is still like much higher than what it has been in the past. So it's just kind of sad, but it is what it is. Prices are high on pretty much everything. Next is car maintenance. We have $258.13, and we're adding in $100 for that. Car tags, we have $158.60, and we're adding in $40. I believe my car will need car tags pretty soon. That's something that I should probably remind Jason about because I think it's due in October. Christmas and gifts, our current balance is $1,127.91, and we're adding in $400. One thing I didn't mention is this also includes the girls' birthday parties. So we do a birthday party for Macy and for Mila. Their birthdays are very close, but we do separate birthdays, and those parties end up being fairly expensive. I think it's just, it's a bummer because both of our girls have birthdays in the winter, so we have to do something inside, and our house is just not big enough to host a bunch of people, which is fine. Like we've had Mila's party at our home before, but Macy's friends are, you know, Macy has a lot more friends, and she has a lot of friends, so it would mean a whole lot of people in our house, and we just don't have like the biggest house for doing that. So we usually go somewhere, which is fun. I feel like the kids love that anyway. But anyway, that's why there's such a big balance there. One, because I love Christmas time. I love being able to, like, you know, treat people to presents and stuff, but also because it includes birthday parties. Next is gonna be clothes. So for me, I'm actually negative right now, $155.97. and I'm adding in $100, so I'm still gonna be negative. I picked up some like cover-ups and bathing suits last month, I think, and so I'm still just kind of catching up from that. Clothes for Jason, he is also negative $50.47, and he is getting $50, so he's still gonna be a little bit negative as well. Clothes for the girls, they have $29.15, and we add in $100 for them. Costco, we have $35, and we're adding in $5. Diapers, we have $31.84, and we're adding in $20. Entertainment and vacation, we are negative $617.12. Again, a lot of that was just me and Jason going on vacation. I decided instead of like taking money away from what we were saving for last month, we would just kind of roll it over, and I am adding in $1,000 for this month. That will cover the $617 that were negative, but also it will help with some of the expenses when I go with my sister on our little trip. Family pictures, we have $215.52, and we're adding in $25. Home maintenance, we have $718.93, and we're adding in $200. Medical, we have 0, and we're adding in 0. Subscriptions, we have $140, and we're adding in $20. Tolls, we have negative $16, and we're adding in $20. Trash, we have $25.07, and we add in $20 for that. And then for water, we have $5.04, and we're adding in $30. Okay, so the total balance that we had in the beginning of the month was $1,895.54, and we added $2,480. And throughout the month, I will track my transactions on my transaction log that we'll put together right now, and then we'll put in a negative, like whatever we took away from our sinking funds, and come up with an ending. The ending will then be October's beginning balance, if that makes sense. So we do have quite a bit of negative balances, and the way that I like to handle negative balances, it honestly just kind of depends on the situation. So for our negative balances this month, I decided to just roll them over. But occasionally I will just add the additional money that same month, just add more money to my sinking funds. Whatever way you want to do it, like, that's totally fine. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's your budget, you get to choose. So for me, I just figured I'd roll it over. I knew I was gonna be adding money to my sinking funds anyway, so might as well. Also, for like trips and things, I mentioned this before, but instead of using my sinking funds, I could have just taken it directly out of savings. I decided to just roll it through my sinking funds. I feel like it's a nice way to track it, since I do have a specific, you know, section for that. But I just figured I'd mention that to you guys. There are different ways that you can track things. There are different ways that you could budget things. Do it the way that works best for you. It doesn't have to be exactly the way that I do it. So anyway, those are my sinking funds for September. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see me set it up and talk through it. I will be doing a video after this where I sit down and track expenses. So if you want to see how I take, you know, these types of things and I actually track it to make sure that we're on track every single month and we're not overspending, definitely check out that video. Also, tune back in for a weekly check-in video, because I will sit there and add all of the transactions up and see how we're doing. I feel like weekly check-ins are almost more important than setting up a budget every single month, because if you don't know where you're at, if you don't know how much you're spending, there's no point in putting together a budget. I remember back in the day, when Jason and I used to budget in Excel, one of the reasons why I decided to do this whole process was because I felt like I was more accountable if I was tracking things on paper. I'm definitely a paper and pen type of girl, obviously a sticker type of girl as well. But I noticed back in the day when Jason and I had like an Excel budget, when we first got married, we would put together a budget every single month, but we would never really track things. And so at the end of the month, we would look at our account and just be like, where did the money go? And then I would kind of go through one by one and be like, well, we spent this much here, this much here. Oh, we went out to dinner and then we went to a movie. That's a couple $100s. Things just add up so quick. And I feel like the way to keep on top of that and know where you're at and if you need to cut back is by tracking expenses and then also doing a weekly check-in. So definitely make sure to check out my transaction video and also weekly check-ins in the months or in the weeks to come. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.